Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, had a difficult marriage counseling session with Anne, whose husband, Glenn, was abusive and cruel to her. She had long ago lost any love or respect for Glenn, but she was a Christian and refused to get a divorce. She asked Dr. Chapman how she could love her husband. She just didn't feel any love for him. In Matthew 5:43-44, Jesus said, "You've heard that it was said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Jesus told us to love our enemies. On the cross, Jesus decided to love the very men who murdered him. He did an act of love. He prayed for the very people who killed him. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." Luke 23:34. Man, that was love. Dr. Chapman suggested Anne try doing acts of love to Glenn and see what happened next. Jesus said to love your enemies, and Glenn had become like an enemy. Over the next 6 months, Anne made daily decisions to love Glenn and did loving acts toward him. It wasn't easy, especially at first, but she persevered. And she began to love Glenn again. Over time, Glenn changed, and then he began to love her too. Dr. Chapman had just received an important revelation of God's love. Love is not primarily an emotion. Love is a decision followed by an action, which results in a feeling. Now, when I discovered this, I was excited because this explains God's commands to us to love others. He knows that if we make the decision and act on it, the feeling of love will follow.